So yesterday we have discussed a few problems and we have written flowcharts and algorithms. Today we shall see some more problems and we will write flowchart, algorithms and we will trace the solution. So today we shall discuss problems like first problem is write algorithm and flowchart to find sum of n even number. Write algorithm and flowchart to find sum of n even numbers. So what are the even numbers? Even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. These are the even numbers. So now we write the algorithm and flowchart to find the sum of n even numbers. Say that n is 5. If n is 5, what is the output we should get? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. So what is the total? 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30. So this is the output we have to get. So sum of n even numbers. So which is the first even number we are considering? We are considering 2 as the first even number. What is the second even number? 2 plus 2 is the second even number. This is the second even number. To get the third even number, what is the third even number? Previous number plus 2. So in this way, we will add all the even numbers and find the sum by using algorithm and flowchart. By using algorithm and flowchart. So I am writing the algorithm. Step 1. What is step 1? Step 1 will always be start. What is the question? Write algorithm and flowchart to find the sum of n even numbers. How many numbers? N even number. So we need to take the input. Read n value. Whether we want to find the sum of 5 numbers or whether we want to find the sum of 10 numbers or 15 numbers or 100 numbers or 1000 numbers. What is the value of n? So we need to input n. Read n. So now we need to find the sum of n even numbers. So what is the starting sum? Before starting addition of numbers, the starting sum will always be 0. So we will initialize sum is equal to 0. Now, what is the first even number? First even number we are taking as 2. I is equal to 2. Now we have got first even number 2. We have got one number. Add this number to sum. So what is this number? This is the first even number. So we will take one count to count how many numbers we have added. So this is the first even number, right? So what is the count? Count is equal to 1. This is the first even number, right? If count is 2 means the second even number is 4. So since 2 is the first even number, so this is the count is equal to 1. First even number. So add that first even number to sum. Sixth step. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Now what is the sum we have got? Sum earlier it is 0. We have added 2. Say that this is I. I is 2. We have got one number. add this one number to sum. Sum. So what is the count? Count is 1. We have added one number. What is the next even number? Say that n is 3, 2 plus 4 plus 6. We need to add these three numbers, right? We have added 2. To get the next even number, so first even number is 2. To get the next even number, we should add with 2. We should add with 2. So now, increase the value of I by 2. Step 7. I is equal to I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. So I is 2. Now next number will be 4. Next even number will be 4. Next even number will be 4. What is this even number? Second even number. First even number, second even number. We have got second even number. So count is equal to count plus 1. Takes 1. Count is equal to count plus 1. Count is equal to count plus 1. Because I is 2, we have taken this as the first number. When I is 4, this is the second number. Count is equal to count plus 1. Now count has become 2. How many numbers we need to add like this? We need to add 3 numbers. Now, first number we have got, we have added to sum. So 0 plus 2 has become 2. Now we have got second number. Add the second number to sum. What is the correct value of sum? Sum is 2. 2 plus 4, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. Get the next number, next even number, 4 plus 2. So here, we have got 4. 2 plus 4, 6. Get the next even number, 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Then count is equal to count plus 1. This is the third even number. 6. Now add this 6 to sum. 6 plus 6, 12. Get the next even number. Now count is 4. Now if n is 3 and count is 4, we should not add this number because we have already added 3 numbers. So how many times this step should be repeated? Until the count is less than or equal to n. Until the count is less than or equal to n. Now test the condition. If count is less than or equal to n, then repeat steps 7 to 9. Then repeat step 7 to 9. When the count is greater than n, then you are coming outside. So what is the title of the question? To find the sum of n even number. So print the sum now. Print sum. What is the last step? Last step will always be stop. Last step will always be stop. Now, we shall write the flow chart.
Sir.
Yes?
Sir, we have to repeat from step 6 now, sir. Sum is equal to sum plus.
Yes, step 6. Because after getting the next number, we need to add that next number. After getting the next number, we need to add that next number. Until count is less than or equal to n. It is correct. So step 6 to step 9. So I'll write the flow chart. So what is the first step? Start. So what is the symbol used? Symbol used is oval. What is the second step? Read n. So read n is the input symbol. So for input symbol, we will use the parallelogram. Next, sum is equal to 0, I is equal to 2. This is the first number. So these assignments are also written as rectangle, in rectangle box. Sum is 0. First even number is I is equal to 2. So count, we will maintain a count. To count how many numbers we have added, how many even numbers we have added. Next, actual logic starts from here. Step 6. First we have initialized the sum as 0 because we have not started adding the number. First even number is 2. Which even number? This is the first even number. So I am writing this one as count. So now we have got first even number. Starting sum is 0. Now you add this number. Sum is equal to sum plus I. This is calculation part. For calculation part, what symbol we will use? We will use rectangle. Sum is equal to sum plus I. Sum is equal to sum plus I. So sum is 0, I is 2. We have added this 2 to sum. Now sum will become 2. Sum will become 2. Now get the next number. What is the next number? 4. How we will get 4? I is 2. 2 plus 2? 4. So increase the value of I by 2. I is equal to I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. Now we have got 4. 4 is which even number? It is second even number. So we will increase the count by 1. We will increase the count by 1. Count is equal to count plus 1. Count is equal to count plus 1. Now we have got 4. Now we need to add that 4 to sum. Now third number, 4 plus 2, 6, which count is equal to count plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Now add, get the next number. Which number that one? Which even number? Then add, get the next even number. Increase the count. You repeat this process until I less than or equal to n. I less than or equal to n. Check the condition. If I less than or equal to n, if it is s, then repeat these steps. If it is s, repeat these 3 steps. When it is I is greater than n, then by that time the sum will be containing the required answer. Print sum. Print sum. What is the last step? Last step will always be stop. We will use oval symbol. Stop.
Your count is less than or equals to n, sir.
Yes.
Count,
1 second.
sir.
Yes. Count is less than or equal to n. How many numbers we are counting? That should be less than or equal to n. Count less than or equal to n. Now we have written algorithm, we have written flowchart. Now we need to test by using the tracing. So first while tracing, you need to see that what are the names we have used. We have used n, we have used sum, we have used I, we have used count. You write all the names. So n, I write count here. Count, I, sum. Count, I, sum. Here, the title of the question is to find the sum of n even numbers. I am finding the sum. So I will write last. If you write sum here also not a problem. But for my convenience, I will write last. Sum. Now, what is the initial value? Read n. Say that n is 5. N is 5. Sum is 0. Sum I initialize with 0 because we have not started adding the numbers. I is equal to 2. First even number is 2. So which even number that one? Count is 1. We have got the first even number. That I am representing by using the count. Count is 1. I have got the first even number. Now, after getting the first even number, add that number to sum. Sum is equal to sum plus I. So what is the starting value of sum? Sum is 0. 0 plus 2. 0 plus 2. Then again store in sum only. So sum will become 2. Get the next number. What is the next even number? If we add by 2, then only we will get next even number. So what is the current even number is 2. Next even number is 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 will be 4. Now increase the count. Count is equal to count plus 1. Count is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. This indicates that this is the second even number. Count indicates that this is the second even number. Second even number. When we have got the second even number, check the condition. 2. 2 less than or equal to 5? 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes, 2 is less than 5. Then yes means go this path. Go this path. So, you have got the second even number, then add that number. Sum is equal to sum plus I. What is the current value of sum? Sum is 2. 2 plus 4, 6. Again store in sum. Store in sum. Next, get the next even number. 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 is 6. Count is equal to count plus 1 because this is the third even number. Count is equal to count plus 1. Now after getting the third even number, check whether count is less than or equal to n. What is count? Count is 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. We have taken n as 5. Example. 3 less than or equal to 5. What is the next step? Yes. Yes means go to step 6. Step 6 is sum is equal to sum plus I. 6 plus 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 plus 6 is 12. Now, get the next even number. What is the next even number? 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. Now, increase the count. Increase the count. Now, again check. Is 4 is less than or equal to 5? Yes. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Yes means go to yes part. Then repeat step 6. 6. What is the sixth step? Sum is equal to sum plus I. 12 plus 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. 12 plus 8 is 20. Get the next even number. The next even number is 8 plus 2. It is 10. Increase the count. Count is equal to count plus 1. Count is equal to count plus 1. If count is less than or equal to n, is 5 less than or equal to 5? Yes, 5 is equal to 5. Go to yes part. Repeat step 6. Step 6 is sum is equal to sum plus 5. 20 plus 10, 30. 20 plus 10, 30. Now get the next even number. I is equal to I plus 2. What is the next even number? Next even number is 12. 10 plus 2, it is 12. So which even number this one? This is the sixth even number. Count is equal to count plus 1. This is the sixth even number. Now test the condition. Count is less than or equal to n. 6 less than or equal to 5? Is 6 is less than 5? No. Is 6 is equal to 5? No. No means follow the no path. No arrow. 6 is less than or equal to 5? No. No means come outside. Don't repeat. Come outside. So what is the next step? Next step is print sum. Print sum. What is the sum here? Sum is 30. Sum is 30. Stop. Stop. This is the tracing. This is the tracing. What is the manual calculation? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. How do we calculate? 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus 10 is 30. This is manual. Manual or mathematics. Manual or mathematical calculation. This answer we have got by using the tracing, by using algorithm or flowchart. So this is mathematical calculation. The results we have got same. Then we say that our algorithm works for any value of n. If you want to check for another number, you can take n as 6 or n as 10 or n as 100 or n as 3. If you want to test one more number, you can test. But I don't want to take one more number. If I take 4 means 4 sum will be 20. 4 numbers. 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 8 is 20. If I take 3 means 3 sum, 12 number, 12, you'll get 12. So, if you want to take another number, 8 or 10, you can trace it out. So, this is the algorithm and flowchart to add n even number. N even number. In this, anybody having any doubt?
No, sir.
Students?
No,
Students?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Now,
No, sir.
okay. Shall I
No,
ask one
sir.
question to you? Shall I ask one question to you people?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to find the sum of odd number, what are the odd numbers? Odd numbers are 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. If I want to add n is equal to 5, then what is the change I need to make in the algorithm or flowchart?
We need to make I equal to 1.
I
I
is
is
equal
equal
to 1.
I equals to 1.
I equals to 1.
I is equal to 1.
I is equal to I plus 1.
Not I is equal to I plus 1, because 1 plus 1 will
2
become
only.
2,
Plus
right?
2. No, sir.
2
No,
only.
sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. I equals to.
I plus
1
2
I
only.
is equal to I plus 1 means it will become even number. 1 plus 1 will become 2. 2 is the even number.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
That's it.
I is equal to 1.
That's it, sir.
Is there any changes required?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No changes are required. Only if you change I is equal to 1, we will get the sum of odd number. Sum of odd number. Here it should be I is equal to I plus 2 only. Only you need to change I is equal to 1. Remaining thing will be same. We will get sum of odd number. So I want you people to trace this odd number. I will not try. I will not trace. You only take n is equal to 5 or n is equal to 7 and trace it. We
Okay,
will
sir.
go to the next algorithm. Second one. Right. To find GCD of two numbers. Write algorithm and flowchart to find GCD of two numbers. GCD, greatest common divisor of two numbers. Say that A, B. A is 20 and B is 10. So what is the GCD? GCD.
10, sir.
Hmm?
10.
GCD of 20 and 10 is 10. 20 and 10 is 10. If I take GCD of 15 and 25, what is the GCD?
5.
GCD is 5. GCD is 5. If I take 100 and 60, 100 and 60, what is the greatest common divisor?
20. 20, sir.
20.
So 20. 20. These are the greatest common divisors. Now, how we will get the greatest common divisor? What are the divisors of 20? What are the divisors of 20? 2, 4,
1.
5, 10, 1. These are the divisors, right? What are the divisors of B? What are the divisors of B? 1, 2,
1, 2,
5,
5,
10.
10.
These are the divisors of B. These are the divisors of A. Now, which is the greatest common divisor? In these numbers which is containing these numbers are 1 is common, 2 is common, and 5 is common, 10 is common. Now, which is the greatest? Greatest is 10. 10 is common. Let's say that 10 is the GCD of 20 and 10. Now we write the logic. Now, A, B, A is 20 and B is 60. A is 100, B is 60. What is the GCD? 20. Now we write according to the algorithm. Now, which is greater? 100 is greater or 60 is greater? 100 is greater. So you subtract the bigger number with the smaller number. Subtract the bigger number with the smaller number. 100 minus 60. 100 minus 60 is 40. 100 minus 60 is 40. Now you write second number as it is. Don't change the second number. Now, 40 and 60. Which is bigger? Bigger is 60.
60.
Now 40 is less. Now you repeat the process. You subtract smaller number from the bigger number.
20.
60 minus 40? 20. So I'll get 20. Write 20B here. Now don't change A. A is 40 only. Now among A and B, which is bigger? 40 is bigger. Now you subtract smaller number with the bigger number. 40 minus 20? 20. You don't change this number. Now both are same, right? When both are same, print that 20 is the GCD of 160. Getting everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now I will take another number. Like 70 and 40. 70 and 40. So bigger is 70, smaller is 40. You subtract 70 minus 40. 70 minus 40, it is 30. So don't do anything for B. B will be 40 only. Now which is bigger? 40 is bigger. 30 is smaller. So now make B is equal to B minus A. B is 40. 40 minus A is 10. 10. Now don't do this one 30, write as it is. Now which is bigger among these two? 30. 30 minus 10? 20. Right? 20 here. 20. Don't change this value. Now which is bigger? 20 is bigger. 20 minus 10? 10. Right? Don't change this one. When both become same, then you stop and say that GCD of 70 and 40 is 10. GCD of 70 and 40 is 10. Now, for this logic, we will write the algorithm and flowchart. Algorithm and flowchart to find the greatest common divisor of two numbers. Now, what is the step 1? Step 1 will always be start. Step 1 will always be start. Second, read the question carefully. How many inputs we require? First, we need to get what are the inputs required for the problem. How many inputs we require? We require 2 inputs. So, I am writing this one as read A, comma B. I am taking here A, comma B. You can take X, Y. You can take C, comma D or M, comma N. It's your wish. Read A, comma B. A can contain 100, B can contain 70. A can contain 70, B can contain 100. Any value. Now, third step. Now, what we need to do? Just we need to subtract. Which one we need to subtract? We need to subtract smaller number from the bigger number. Then we need to check the condition. If A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, that means we need to do that A is equal to A minus B. A is equal to A minus B. Now, fourth one, else, if B is greater than A, if A is greater than B, you are subtracting A is equal to A minus B. Else, otherwise, if B is greater than A, what we need to do? Then B is
B
equal
equals
to
to B minus A.
B minus A. B is equal to B minus A. So we will do A is equal to A minus B or B is equal to B minus A continuously. At what time we need to stop? We need to
Where A
stop
equals to B.
A equal to
equal to B.
If A is not equal to B, then we need to continually subtract this number. Subtract smaller number from the bigger number. Now I will check the condition. If A not equal to B, if A not equal to B, then repeat step 3 to 5. 3 to 5. When A not equal to B, then again check. If A is greater than B, do this one. If A is not greater than B, come here. If B is greater than A, do this. Then again check whether they are not equal. Not equal means again test for A greater. If A is greater, subtract. Otherwise, subtract with B. When both become equal, come outside. By that time, A and B will be equal. So, sixth step will be print CD is A. BCD is A. Here you can write A or B because both are equal. Now what is the last step? Last step is stop. Last step is write the flowchart. Flowchart for this. So what is the first step? First step will always be start. We will use the oval symbol. First step is start. We will use the oval symbol. What is the next step? Read. Read means input. For input, we will use parallelogram. Read A comma B. A comma B. Next step. If A greater than B, so greater than symbol. So for comparison, what we need to use? Rhombus symbol.
Rhombus.
It is a decision whether it is true or false, yes or no. For these kind of things, we will use the rhombus symbol. Rhombus. A is greater than B. If A is greater than B, yes. Yes means what we need to do? A is equal to
A equals to A minus B.
A is equal to A minus B. Now, no. No means B greater than A. No. If B is greater than A, B is greater than A, then what we need to do? B is equal to B minus A. If it is S, if it is S, if it is S. Now, this one, A not equal to B. A is greater than B. B is greater than A. B is greater than A. No. No. No means you are testing. If A not equal to B, 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 then repeat step 3. Oh, where is step 3? Step 3 is here. Step 3 is here. If A not equal to B, yes, yes. Where we need to go? We need to go to this step. So write the arrow like this. You need to go this way. And again check whether A is greater than B. If it is greater, subtract. If it is not, check for B greater than A. You repeat this process. When both are equal, When both are equal, then print GCD is A. Then print GCD is A. Then stop. Then stop. Then stop. Now we can't see this here like this only, because if you come here, it should go somewhere. It should go somewhere. Now what I will do is, I will connect this symbol to here, because A is equal to A minus B. Then I will test whether A not equal to B. If it is not equal, again it will come. Getting everybody? We should not leave this step like this only, because if you leave like this only, it will do only one time subtraction, it will not repeat. So what I will do is, I will connect this one to here. Getting everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now I will show that. Why we need to connect like this, I will show by tracing. I am erasing the algorithm. I will show by using the flowchart tracing. Now, tracing. Now I am having A and B, two input values. So GCD to print. GCD. So say that this is A is 50. A is 50. B is 75. B is 75. A is 50, B is 75. Now A. Read A comma B. A is 50, B is 75. Now come this arrow. Below A greater than B. Is 50 greater than 75? No. No means follow this arrow. You don't go S path. Follow this arrow. Now again check. Is B greater than A? 75 greater than 50? Yes. Yes means go to this arrow. B is equal to B minus A. 75 minus 50. 75 minus 50, it is 25. 25. Now I am writing this arrow. If you have not written this arrow, it will not go anywhere. So you have to write this arrow. Either you can write like this or you can write like this. You can connect like this. It is going like this. A not equal to B. Check for 50 is not equal to 25. 50 is not equal to 25. Yes. Yes means come here. Again check. Now 50. 50 is greater than 25? 50 is greater than 25. Yes. A is equal to A minus B. 50 minus 25? 25. 25. Now again check here. Follow this arrow. Now 25 not equal to 25. 25 not equal to 25? False. Because it is equal. So follow this arrow. Print GCD is A. So what is the A value? A value is 25. So GCD is A. A means 25. Or you can write simply for tracing 25. 25 is our GCD of 50 and 75. Now I will take another two numbers. Say that 120 and 70. 120 and 70. Now 120 is greater than 70. Yes. A is equal to A minus B. 120 minus 70, it is 50. 120 minus 70, it is 50. 50. Now check. Is coming this arrow. Is 50 not equal to 70? 50 is not equal to 70. Yes. Follow this path. Again check. Is 50 is greater than 70? 50 is greater than 70? No. Come here. is is 70. 70 is greater than 50. Yes, 70 is greater than 50. Come this side. B is equal to B minus A. 70 minus 50. What is 70 minus 50? 20. So B value will change to 20. Now check here. Check. Here, A not equal to B. 50 not equal to 20. 50 is not equal to 20. Yes. Yes means follow this arrow. Now again repeat this one. A is greater than B. A is greater than B. 50 is greater than 20. Yes. A is equal to A minus B. 50 minus 20. It will be 30. A will change to 30. Now again check. 30 not is equal to 20. 30 is not equal to 20. Yes, it is not equal. They are not equal. Come here. A greater than B. 30 greater than 20. Yes. Yes means follow this S path. A is equal to A minus B. 30 minus 20. 30 minus 20 is 10. A is changing. 30 minus 20 is 10. Now again follow this arrow. 10 not equal to 20. 10 is not equal to 20. Yes, follow this path. Now here again check. Is 10 is greater than 20? No. No means follow this path. Now reverse. 20 is greater than 10. 20 is greater than 10. Yes. Yes means follow this S path. B is equal to B minus A. 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10 is 10. Now follow this arrow. Follow this arrow. Now 10 not equal to 10. Are they not equal? Are they not equal? No. Because they are equal. So follow this arrow. GCD is A. So what is the A value now? A value is 10. So we will simply write that GCD of 120 and 70 is 10. 120 and 70 is 10. You can take some other numbers and you can trace this either algorithm or flowchart. Both are same. Only it is graphical representation. That is step-by-step instructions. Step-by-step statements is called as algorithm. Graphical representation of an algorithm is called as flowchart. Both are same. In this, anybody having any doubt? GCD of two numbers?
No, sir.
Any doubt? Anybody? Yes? Shall we move on to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So here I had used not equal symbol. This is called as not equal. This is not equal symbol. So we will discuss this one when I am explaining about the operator. When I am explaining about operator. So next problem, fourth one. Right? Algorithm and flowchart. Check given number is perfect or not. Right? Algorithm and flowchart to check given number is perfect or not. So what is a perfect number? Perfect number. Perfect number. A number is perfect number if sum of its divisor is equal to given number. So what is a perfect number? A perfect number. A number is a perfect number if the sum of its divisor is equal to given number. Is equal to given number. For example, n is equal to 6. N is equal to 6. What are the divisors of 6? What are the divisors of 6? 1 is the
1,
divisor.
2, 3, 6.
1, 2, 3. You should not take 6. You should not take 6. Except 6, you should take below number.
Okay, sir.
A number is perfect number if the sum of its divisor. Here you can write that not including that number. So here you should not take 6. So what is 1 plus 2 plus 3? 1 plus 2 plus 3 sum is 6. Sum of divisors is 6. Is 6 is equal to the given number? Yes, 6 is equal to given number. So then we say that 6 is a perfect number. 6 is a perfect number. Six is a perfect number. Now we shall take another example. Say that n is equal to 28. N is equal to 28. So what are the divisors of 28? Anybody?
1, 2, 4,
1, 2, 4,
7.
14,
7.
7.
7, 14.
7, 14.
7, 14.
These are the numbers. These are the divisors of n. Now you add 1 plus 2,
3,
3,
10.
7, 14.
7. 7 plus 7, 14.
14.
14 plus 14.
28.
So sum is 28. If sum is equal to the given number,
Yes, sir.
yes, then we say that this number 28 is a
Perfect.
Perfect number.
Now next perfect number. N is equal to 496. 496. In home, you try what are the divisors of this. Add that divisor. You check that 496 is perfect or not. So this is our problem. The problem is write algorithm and flowchart to check the given number is perfect or not. So if any number is given, n is given, we need to test that n is perfect number or not a perfect number. That is our question. Understood the question, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if I take, for example, n is equal to 10. What are the divisors of 10? 1, 2, 5. Don't take 10. Don't take 10. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. Is 8 is equal to 10? No.
No, sir.
So 10 is not a perfect number. That is the output we need to get. So this is the logic. Sum of divisors is called as perfect number or not. So time up. So next class will be continued by madam. So I will stop today's class here only.
Thank you, sir.
In home, you practice this algorithm. 1 second. No, don't leave anybody because I need to take attendance. 1 second, students. Don't leave anybody. Students, don't leave anybody. I have to take attendance. So now what I request you people is try to practice in home. Write the algorithm and flowchart to find the given number is perfect or not. If you don't get, no problem. I will explain this algorithm and flowchart next class.
Okay,
If you
sir.
practice, then only you will learn. So how much we do practice, that much easy to write the programming. If you know how to solve the problem, then 80% of our work is completed. Only we need to convert that problem into program. Program. Still I have not started program. You need to know first how to solve the problem. How to solve is 80%. According to me, I am saying it is not defined anywhere. According to me, how to solve the problem, if you know this one, only we need to use that programming language. We are learning C. If you want to Java Python, you have to use Python construct. If you are learning C, you have to use C construct to get the output from the computer. That is all about fundamentals of computer science. How to solve the problem, implement that one in the computer. That is nothing but what we are studying, fundamentals of computer science using C language. Using C language. So students, try to write the algorithm and flowchart for this problem, perfect or not. Thank you everybody for attending the class. Any doubts today?
No doubt, sir.
No,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I request all of
Thank you, sir.
all of you people maintain a separate note for fundamentals of computer science.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you all for
Yes,
attending
sir.
the class.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
all.
Thank you, sir.